All right, told you we was new. It cut me off, so we're going to give it another whirl. You might have to watch this game in segments. Pick your favorite segment. We'll vote later. Abby lays down a bunt. He calls it fair, and she's not on the base. She's safe. She straddled the base, never had contact with first base. And quick as Abby is, she got excited, number two, and just stepped over the base. Nice bunt. I mean, couldn't have been any better. Batting now for the Rockets, number 2, Sarah Beth Brake. Sarah Beth's the catcher. Second batter of this inning. No outs. Got the leadoff runner on here. We need to make some noise in this bottom half of the third inning. And good lead there by Abby. Thought she was going there for just a minute. She had a good jump off first base. That pitcher throws that off-speed pitch. Abby's going to make it to third base. Sarah Beth shows bunt. She pulls back. Runner gone. Pitch is high and inside. The throw. Ew, good backup play right there. That ball could have squirted out in the center field. And Abby could have got to third, possibly even scored on that throw. But it was a good snag, good backup play to keep the ball on the infield. Nonetheless, that's ball 2 on Sarah Beth. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Got the tying run at second now. Base hit will tie the game. A little inside, a swing and a miss. Sarah Beth thought she could do something with that pitch, but got a just small piece of it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Abby on second base. Looked to be a little bit high. Umpire says so. 3 balls, 1 strike. I'm not sure if we had a drone crash or if he flew away somewhere, but I don't see it anymore. Kyle Dubose, you still out there flying drones? Pitcher toes the rubber, 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Full count. Again, a good crowd for the first home game of the year for the Gardendale Rockets. Not too bad for the corner Yellow Jackets, but it's early yet. Foul ball back off, high off the backstop. Again, the catcher makes a good play to keep it dry and throws it back in play. Count still full, 3-2. Hopefully Sarah Beth can squeak one through a hole somewhere here. She shows bunt, pulls back, swings, fouls it back, this time over the backstop and somewhere downtown Gardendale. Count remains full. And the pitch. Smoked up the middle. That's going to score Abby easy. Sarah Beth Brown's first. Nobody's behind her. She takes the biggest lead she wants and just dares the girl to come at her, which she does, and she returns back to first base, but not before Abby Waters crosses the plate for the tying run here in the bottom of the third inning. Scores 2-2. That ball was smoked up the middle. Good.
Number 4.
Pinch running for the Rockets is number 4, Allie Busby. The corner didn't like that. Something about that play they didn't like. They called timeout and they're discussing things that or they wonder what's for dinner. Catcher wants a new ball, that's for sure. They throw the old one out and get it dried off and a new one in, and hopefully we can get this new one dirty too. We'll see. This is Kaylee, right? Batting now for the Rockets, number 25, Kaylee Vaughn. Kaylee's the third batter in the lineup. And the third batter of the inning. as we started at the top of the inning, and she fouls one off way over the backstop and might have went to the football field. No balls, 1 strike. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Got a runner on first base. Pinch runner number 4, Allie Busby's running for Sarah Beth Brake. Kaylee Vaughn's at the plate. She awaits the 0-1 pitch. The pitcher gets the sign. Not sure if she likes the sign. Now she toes the rubber in the pitch. A little bit high. Evens the count at 1-1. Allie Busby had a good lead that time. Pitcher looking in. And the pitch, the 1-1 pitch. And another smoke foul ball over the Rockets dugout. And another clean ball in play. And 2. It's a good thing Mordecai Sporting Goods is so close. They're putting a lot of balls in the stands tonight. And it's a smoke. Yeah! Wow. It's a solid shot down the right field line. Just tailed foul at the last minute. Bounces off the tarp. Thrown back in by the right fielder, and they'll ask for a new dry ball here, I'm sure. Pretty soupy down there in the swamp lands of the right field corner. And that's what happens. New ball in play. That's a nice drive by Kaylee Vaughn, and she's really battling here. Has fouled off some good pitches and put some good wood on the ball here. That's off speed, and it got her looking. She's fooled by the off speed pitch. Strike 3. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Still have a runner on first. Allie Busby running for Sarah Beth Brake. Now batting for the Rockets, number 24, Presley Ross. Presley Ross steps in, cleanup hitter for the Rockets. Extra base here, could take the lead for the Rockets. Another change-up pitch. That's that go-to pitch for this pitcher here. And she's pretty consistent on throwing it for a strike. Oh, okay, great. And it's a steal. Ooh, no, that's too late. That's too late. He got in there. Woo! Sorry, I was celebrating a little bit right there. It was a steal to second. They threw it and they got away. Didn't really get too far. I didn't think she would go, but the throw was offline just a little bit. Squeaked just past the second baseman and the shortstop. And Allie decided to trudge through the mud, and she made it with a good slide to third base. So the go-ahead run now is standing at third base with the cleanup batter, Presley Ross, with an 0-2 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the third, can take the lead. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch, high and tight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitcher takes a sign. Presley awaits the pitch. And she swings, and it's a shot. Hot shot to the shortstop.
She's safe.
And she beats the throw. It's a nice play by the shortstop, who ranged wide to her right. Lost her balance a bit, but got up, made the throw, and made the play really close. But Presley was able to beat it out. And the RBI scores a run that takes the lead for the Gardendale Rockets here in the bottom of the third. Now batting for the Rockets, number 7, Haley Horton. Haley's the pitcher for the Rockets tonight. Pitching a good game. Presley's at first, 1 out, bottom of the third. Rockets take the lead 3-2. And a check swing. And it looks like everybody on the field agrees that was a ball. No protest by the corner coaches. And so it stands, ball 1. And that one's inside, handcuffed her a bit, but she got some good wood on it. Throws to get the lead runner at second, but Haley is safe at first. Trickled down the third base line. Coach Brake didn't like something here. Okay, we're subbing. Courtesy runner for the pitcher. Number 17, Haley Brassfield, is in the run for Haley Horton. Kenzie Swindle coming to the plate with a chance. Extra base hit. You can pad that lead just a little bit. Batting now for the Rockets, number 20, Kenzie Swindle. We got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rockets have taken the lead 3-2. Got a pinch runner, number 17, Haley Brassfield's on in place of Haley Horton at first base. That's a foul ball over the backstop by Kenzie Swindle. Behind in the count 0-1 with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. And the pitch. Off speed, misses high. Even the count at 1-1. Haley Brassfield's having trouble getting the sign from Coach Brake, looking around the pitcher and the first baseman. But it's relayed to her by the first base coach, and everybody's good. And the pitch. And a swing up the middle, a dribbler up the middle, past the second baseman, who flips it with the glove in time for the 3rd out of the inning at second base. After 3 innings of play, the Rockets 3, the Jackets 2.
Yeah, I was getting text people on Facebook wasn't here. You know what the score was.
Okay. I thought about doing that, but I thought, yeah. I forgot they were doing Facebook.
Yeah. Would that be a hit for Kenzie?
What?
She get to say the fielder's choice?
No, I'm just starting out.
Okay.
Yeah, because they got that on the plate.
Even if it had been like the first time they got the lead out in the second, that would still be the fielder's choice. That's still
Okay.
be-
That's what I thought. Just
So we go to the top of the 4th inning now. The Rockets have managed to take the lead up 3-2.
you know, before tonight,
Haley Horton still pitching. And leading off this inning for the Jackets is number 27, Anna Hinkle. Shortstop for the Jackets, Anna Hinkle, leading off this inning.
Number
27.
Glasses got me.
Leading off the top half of the 4th inning for the Jackets is number 27, Anna Hinkle. So Haley Horton toes the rubber with the lead here. Let's see if they can preserve that lead. Halfway through the game here, the first opening game of 2020. Senior Haley Horton throws a strike. Heading the count, no balls, 1 strike to start the 4th inning. And the pitch. It looked like caught the outside corner. Ump says it's a ball. Sarah Beth protests to the first base umpire, who says the batter did not swing. And so that evens the count at 1-1. It didn't look like she swung to me, but it did look like the ball maybe caught a part of the plate. But I'm wearing glasses, so what do I know? And there's a shot up the middle, and not going to get there. 1 bounce. Abby catches it on 1 bounce, quickly gets it into second base. Second baseman M.G. Sizemore to keep the runner at first base, but the leadoff batter does manage to reach first base here in the top of the 4th. Ball's muddy yet again. They throw a new one in. $19.
Yeah.
Batting now for the Jackets, number 19, Mackenzie Self. Man, I wish they had any numbers on their helmets. Can't see their back. And it's a bunt. She lays down a bunt. Haley fields it and throws. The throw gets away from the second baseman who's covering first, and the lead runner gets to third. But yet another throwing error, fielding error, or some kind of error. I'm not real sure. But nonetheless, the throw got away. I think maybe that ball should have been stopped. The runner may have been safe, but if the ball would have been knocked down, I think we'd have just had runners at first and second. And now the first two batters of the fourth inning have reached base, and the Rockets still have the lead 3-2 here in the fourth. Batting now for the Jackets, number 2, Shauna Kelly. All right, we need another double play right here, or strike them out, throw them out, or something. Something good needs to happen here for the Rockets. They've got a little bit of a hole, and they throw to second base with the lead runner coming home, and the throw not in time. She slides in safely under the tag of Sarah Beth Brake, and the other runner does advance. It was a cut throw to second base, so the ball didn't make it all the way to the bag. Second baseman cut it off, threw it home, but not in time, and that ties the score here at 3-3 in the bottom of the fourth, and the runner did advance. So, should be, yeah, I was going to say, we don't know what he called there. Everybody was watching the runners. Let's see what the ump says that thing was. 1 ball, no strikes, he says. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, the go-ahead run now is at second base. No outs. That ball is inside, handcuffed her a bit. She dribbles it down the third base line, foul, fielded by Kinsey Swindle. And Haley wants a dry ball. So this is a back and forth game right here, and the Rockets are managing to work through some mistakes, and let's see if they can get out of this thing and just preserve a tie and come in the bottom half of the fourth and take the lead yet again. 1-1 pitch. It's a swing. It's a high fly ball over the shortstop. Kaylee plants under, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. The runner holds at second base. Got 1 out, 1 on, tie game, bottom of the fourth inning, 3-3. Number 24. Batting now for the Jackets, number 24, Olivia Cummings. And the pitch, it's down the third base line. Kinsey fields and throws on the first for the out. The runner does advance to third base, but there's 2 outs now, so one little dribbler here will get us out of the inning. Batting now for the Jackets, number 12, Peyton Cox. Peyton comes to the plate with 2 outs. She's the last batter in the order for the Jackets, and she takes one off the kneecap and trots on down to first base, and that brings the top of the order up for the Jackets, number 8, Lauren Deal. She's hit the ball pretty solid tonight. Back to the top of the order for the Jackets, number 8, Lauren Deal. Lauren comes to the plate with 2 outs, 2 on. Let's see if this runner goes after being hit by a pitch. She may take off to second base to try to draw the throw to get that run home, which she stays close. She doesn't go. Let's see what Coach Brake has up his sleeve on this one here. Try to keep this runner at third, keep the tie, keep the score tied going into the bottom of the fourth. That's a hit, but right at the second baseman, MG fields and throws on the first for the 3rd out of the inning. Going into the bottom of the 4th inning. The score's tied, 3-3.
That's all she does.
Yeah, I forgot who I talked to.
Yeah.
But,
She just got tripped up. She just saw that, got excited, got going too fast.
would have been our first score. Would have been our first score, you know.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you just got a little time.
Yeah, but she was so upset. And nobody was even mad.
No.
She took it hard.
Again, we're new to this YouTube thing, so we're just experimenting tonight. So it cuts you off after a certain length of time when you're just recording. If we can ever get to the point where we go live, I think we'll be able to watch it continuously without any breaks in the action. But it's cutting us off, so I think we'll end up posting maybe every couple of innings, and you can watch the innings that you choose to watch or not watch any of it. But again, we're still in the experimental stages of this, and hopefully that we'll get a live feed before long, and we can continue this with a live feed continuously without having to stop every so often. And again, we want to thank our sponsors. If you're watching this, again, if you are watching this, this is recorded. It's not live. So by the time you watch this, the game will already be over. But we do want to thank our sponsors. You check the fence line behind the visitors' dugout. You have all the sponsors who bought signs. We want to recognize them and patronize them the most that we can, the best that we can, and thank them for their sponsorship of Rocket Softball. Leading off the bottom half of the fourth inning is number 22, Katie Thomas. Yeah, the catcher tried to frame that, pull that one back in, but just a little bit outside. Katie watches, and it is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the fourth inning, no outs. Leadoff batter, Katie Thomas. The pitch looked to be a little high and inside. Pitcher falls behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Katie's waiting on that pitcher here to foul up and put one down the middle where she can find a hole out here. We'll see. That one looked to be inside too, but looks like it may have caught the front corner of the plate. The umpire calls it a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball was a little bit inside. Katie fought it off, handcuffed her just a little bit. She hits it to the backstop. Catcher throws in a new ball. Counts even now, 2-2. Coach Break still working the bubble gum. Pretty good bubbles down there. Yeah, a shot to the first baseman who dives to her right and makes a good play. Snags that ball for the first out of the inning. Good cut to the opposite field by Katie Thomas. Just a good play by the first baseman to make the snag. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Batting now for the Rockets, number 18, Allie Youngblood. Allie steps in with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitcher toes the rubber. And the pitch. Caught a good part of the plate, but it looked to be just a little bit high. And the pitch. Again, same spot. Allie thought about swinging, but laid off, and it's called a ball. She's ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Number 18, Allie Youngblood, batting here in the bottom of the fourth with 1 out. And she takes a crack at it, fouls to the opposite field, out of play. Well, actually off the light pole and back into play, but right in the mud, so they'll get a new ball. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitcher looks in, gets a sign from the catcher, toes the rubber in the pitch. A swing and a miss up the middle of the second baseman. He can't grab it. It gaps between right and center. Center field cuts it off, makes a good play to get the ball in quick to keep Allie at first base. But nonetheless, good hit to the opposite field by Allie Youngblood. You got 1 on, 1 out now for the Rockets here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Batting now for the Rockets, number 14, Mary Grace Sizemore. MG in the box. Freshman ready here to step up and take the lead for the Rockets. Extra base hit right here will put the, wow. She squared the bunt, popped it a little bit, but just out of the reach of the first baseman who was charging pretty fast. Would have been foul, but would have been out had she caught the ball just a little bit late getting there. Again, it looks like a soft field from all the rain, especially around the third base area. Pretty soupy over there, but field looks to be in good condition. MG steps in behind in the count 0-1. Big hit for a freshman right here will do some damage to the Jackets, and she fouls it now this time the opposite way over the backstop. And another souvenir. She falls behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, there's 1 out. Allie Youngblood still at first base. Find a way right here, MG. It's off speed and high. MG lays off of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitcher gets the sign. MG in the box and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Catcher hangs on. I think it may have been a foul tip, but the catcher caught it for the 3rd strike. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Back to the top of the order for the Rockets, number 9, Abby Waters. Abby's a leadoff hitter, but she's leading off this inning with 2 outs. Runner on first. And tries to drag, or shows drag bunt right there, but the ball was out of the zone. She laid off of it. The umpire calls it a ball, and everybody's happy. Runner stays at first. Abby's ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Allie Youngblood still at first. And it's a drive, and it gets past the left fielder who falls. The ball's going to roll almost to the fence, and Abby's going to catch Allie. Allie scores. Abby's gunned down at the plate, but man, she nearly caught her. What a play! What a play! What a hit and run! After 4 complete, Rockets up 4-3.
Yeah, you're not supposed to block the plate.
Unless you have the ball. Coach Brake doesn't like the call. I think he thought there was a little bit of interference there. The catcher kind of was blocking the pathway, blocking the plate before the ball ever got there.
That was a new rule last year, wasn't it? Catcher can't block the plate.
So he'd discuss it with anybody would listen. And Lamar Sutherland was the umpire there that Coach Brake was unloading on. But Allie Youngblood scored from first on that one, and Abby Waters, telling you right now, nearly caught her. I mean, if that ball would have been any sooner and there was less than 2 outs, it could have been a double play right at the plate. The throw was dead on the money. And Allie was able to sneak in, and the catcher blocked the plate, whether fair or not, blocked the plate, caught the ball, and made the tag on Abby for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Rockets scored the go-ahead run, which hopefully will turn out to be the winning run if they can shut down the Jackets for a few more innings. Again, if you're on YouTube and you're checking this out on YouTube, it's recorded, so you're not watching this live. We're still experimenting with this, and if we can ever get to the point where we'll go live, we won't be getting cut off as much. But right now, I guess you have the option of watching it in segments. It looks like it's cutting us off about every 2.5, 3 innings. I'm not sure. Maybe it might be every 30 minutes. I'm not real sure, but if it cuts us off here, we'll plug back on and try to finish the game, and hopefully we'll get to the spot where we can either have enough subscribers or we could pay the fee and just do it live and have a live broadcast that you could watch. And again, if you're watching this, do remember that there are some parents who are doing a Facebook Live version of this. You can watch it on Facebook Live, or you can watch on Game Changer. It doesn't have video, but you can at least keep up with the score and live up-to-date action on Game Changer. Who we got here? Number 13? Batting now for the Jackets, number 13, Jaden Goodwin. What's this? What it look like? Jaden Goodwin. My battery's gonna die. Need a longer cord. All right, I'm having to hold this phone now. My battery's a little low, so I had to plug in. I don't have a long enough charger, so again, we're experimenting, so hopefully if you're watching, you'll get to see what you want to see. Counts 1-1 to corner number 13, Jaden Goodwin. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top half of the 5th inning. Rockets lead 4-3. Goodwin shows bunt here. She's not going to bunt. She's going to pull back, and ball's way outside and low. Good stop by Sarah Beth Brake to keep that in the dirt from getting wet. It counts even 2-2. That's a smoker up the middle right there. Haley stuck her glove out, but just out of her reach, and it gets to the center fielder, Abby Waters, who quickly retrieves it and throws it into shortstop Kaylee Vaughn, who tosses it to the pitcher, who hands it to the catcher and says, "Give me a new one." And that's what they do. So the leadoff runner's on yet again for the Corner Yellow Jackets with no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. And this is batting now for the Jackets, number 16, Mackenzie Wagnon. Again, I'm having trouble seeing their names. They have long hair, and I think they only have numbers on the back of their shirts, and they don't have it on the helmet or on the front. And they're coming up from my left, so their front's facing me as they're walking to the plate. I'm having a hard time seeing their numbers, but this is number 16, Mackenzie Wagnon, who's the third baseman. And she takes ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on first, nobody out. Rockets up 4-3. Haley toes the rubber and the pitch. As she goes bunt, she does offer at it. The ump calls a strike. It looked to be a little bit low, but she offered. Evens up the count at 1-1. Runner remains on first base. We look at the wristbands, make sure they're all on the same page. Get the next play. See what the batter does with this one. I think she's going to lay one down right here. That's a swing. It's a hot shot just past the third baseman, who is in. And Presley Ross in left field fields it and throws it into Kaylee Vaughn at shortstop. Runners advance. So you have a runner at first and second now with nobody out. Tying runs on second base. And we're right in the meat of the corner lineup right here too. So we've got to steal an out right here somewhere. It might get ugly in a hurry here. Batting now for the Rockets, number 23, Lauren Higginbotham. Excuse me, for corner. It is 20. I was worried about the number, wasn't I? And I said the wrong name. It is 23, right? Yeah. Okay. See, we're new at this.
22, yeah.
Okay. That ball looked like it caught the front corner of the plate right there. The ump didn't agree. He says it's outside, so he calls the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to the corner catcher. And it's a swing foul ball screamer into the corner dugout or off the dugout fence. Nobody hurt. Kinsey retrieves it, throws it over to the other dugout, and gets a new ball. Haley's ahead in the count for the Rockets. 2 balls, 1 strike. Excuse me, the batter's 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I said that wrong. I'm getting all discombobulated here in this inning. Ever since I plugged my phone in, I've been fouling up here. a good pitch by Haley to keep it downstairs, to keep that corner batter guessing. She went and chased it, fouled it off, but the count's 2-2. This would be a huge strikeout right here if Haley can record that. Right in the meat of the order, the cleanup batter, Lauren Higginbotham for corner. Runners on first and second, nobody out. You got to find one here somewhere. And it's a swing. It's a little pop up to the pitcher. She gets the fly ball, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Runners hold. Huge out for Gardendale. Huge out. One out here in the top of the fifth. Still runners on first and second. Number 27, Anna Hinkle, coming to the plate for the Jackets. Batting now for the Jackets, number 27, Anna Hinkle. Haley toes the rubber, and the pitch is a little bit inside. Ball one. Oh, hot shot right here, right at somebody. Get this thing get the Rockets out of this inning would be huge. Bang, bang, double play, or strike them out, throw them out, something. Need a twin killing of some kind. Batter shows bunt. Doesn't offer. Nobody's at third base. Third baseman was charging. Left third base wide open. Kaylee Vaughn tried to get there. The runner was there first. Both runners advanced now. You have runners at second and third with one out. One ball, one strike, one out here in the top of the fifth for the Jackets. And the pitch from Haley. A little bit low, but swung at and driven foul by the corner shortstop. He's behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the Gardendale dugout is very busy tonight, keeping these balls clean and dry, and so many foul balls, so many out of play. Haley gets the sign from Sarah Beth. And a 1-2 pitch. A little bit upstairs. Evens the count at 2-2. Got to steal an out right here. Keep these runners in place. Get that second out. This is a huge out for the Rockets. Strikeout would be huge. Something to make her chase right here. Haley gets the sign, toes the rubber, and the 2-2 pitch. Oh, that's a missile shot. Nearly took the umpire out. Don Atkins is the umpire down the third base line, and he's catching his breath leaning on the dugout fence over there. And his heart's skipping a few, but he looks to be okay. Now it looks like he's fussing at Coach Norris of corner for not protecting him. And back to live action is 2-2. And the pitch from Haley. Inside and just yanked over the third base dugout. I thought the ball was going to hit the batter, and she got around on that pitch so quick and just nearly took the front door off the Bragg School. Still 2-2. And Haley with the 2-2 pitch, and something was off speed, but a little looper to center field, scores 1 run, and the throw to the plate. The runner stays at third, but the batter advances on to second base. And that ties the game for the Jackets. 4-4 here in the top of the fifth. 2 on, 1 out. It's a pretty solid hit, but she hit it where they wasn't. Abby had made a good play and a good throw to the plate to keep the runner at third base. I don't know who this is, number 19?
Yeah.
Batting now for the Jackets, number 19, Mackenzie Self. Now they got to do something to shut him down right here. Preserve this tie and come in and hit. That ball's a little bit outside. Now again, I know if you're watching this recording, you see my reflection off the glass in front of me. I apologize. I've got a little bit extra glare than most folks do because I don't have any hair, but me and Chad are sporting the no hair look today.
believe you're gonna play. And it got to a certain point. I said, I'm not really gonna play.
And again, I apologize for the camera angle. I had to take it off the glass and hold it because I had to plug my phone in, and I just don't have a long enough charger. Haley's behind in the count, 1 ball, no strikes to the corner batter. Sarah Beth doesn't like something. She's not happy. She calls timeout and goes and talks over with her pitcher, Haley Horton.
Yes.
I don't know if they did.